APIs are everywhere. They power the little everyday connections that we all take for granted. From the food we order to the flights we take. They power all of the interactions and transactions that enrich our digital lives. They are the connective tissue of the modern web, and 83% of all web requests are API calls. APIs really are everywhere, and unfortunately, they are increasingly popular with attackers. They are now the #1 target for bad actors, and existing approaches to API security just don't work. That's why we created FireTail.
The origins of FireTail come back 6 years ago when I met Jeremy through his last venture at DivvyCloud. I was implementing their product with the security teams in New Zealand, and we always stayed in touch. Early to mid 2021, started discussing APIs and how there's a major problem with protection of APIs. APIs are the building block of the modern internet. Services that we create today, we don't write every piece of the stack. Rather, we integrate third-party API services and bring them together to build modern applications. That could be web applications, mobile applications, IoT devices, and anything else. APIs are really the glue of the internet, and they're responsible for 83% of internet requests today. Because APIs are so fundamental to the way that we build applications today, we see a few risks really critically associated with them. One is that APIs are the front end to large-scale data sets. And so the risk of a vulnerability, whether in a third-party dependency or in the application logic, is that it can divulge the entire data set and make that available. The second risk that we see is that APIs are the front end to functionality. And so the abuse of an API can really take over a business function and manipulate it.
From the outset, the founders understood that the vast majority of successful API breaches stem from the exploitation of business logic vulnerabilities at the application layer. And most attacks look like normal API calls. Existing approaches to API security aren't effective. Based on this understanding, Jeremy and Riley established FireTail and set about developing a code library that would help developers build and deploy secure APIs. The library would offer application layer visibility and the real-time inline protection needed to block malicious API calls. Eager to help solve the problem of insecure APIs globally, FireTail published the code library as an open-source project, making it available to everyone free of charge. Today, FireTail combines these open-source code libraries in multiple languages with a feature-packed cloud platform that helps clients with all aspects of API security.
FireTail offers a unique hybrid approach to API security. On the one hand, we help information security teams and defenders discover APIs, analyze them, look at the traffic, see patterns, find malicious behavior, and more. And on the other hand, we really make it easy for developers to ship secure APIs by design and to turn things like API specifications into defensive frameworks. FireTail is really the only company out there that brings real-time inline preventative control to API security. We do this through a set of open source libraries that we make available for anybody to use, inspect, and deploy. FireTail offers our customers full visibility onto the APIs that they're deploying in cloud environments, as well as observability, traceability, and analysis of the logs of all of the API traffic that they have. It gives you that full 360-degree view on the APIs, the communications, and the usage of those APIs.
FireTail now has offices in Washington, D.C., Dublin, and Helsinki, with a team spread across the world. In a short space of time, the company has built an innovative solution that delivers real API security. But this is just the beginning.
FireTail is continuing to innovate in the API security space. We're taking feedback constantly from partners and customers in the ecosystem, continuing to build out additional versions of our open source tooling, additional cloud platform support, and much, much more.